Have you ever wondered if machines could ever be equal or even superior to us?
I have so thought about it, and actually, I read a little about this issue.
What have you read about?
I read about the Chinese room experiment.
I read about it too, but could you remind me please with it?
It's an experiment in which John Searle imagines a person having a manual aiding him to translate words that enter the room from Chinese to English.
Do you know what is the actual reason behind his experiment?
Yes, actually, John Searle aimed from this thought experiment to clarify that it is the program, the computer, or the human in the experiment lacks understanding and just uses syntax to reach the user's intended goal.
Oh, I remember now. I remember that one of the replies to it was that the whole system understands, and we must not look at the constituents, right?
Yes, but I believe not. As in the experiment, as Cyril mentioned, if the system was inserted in the man's head, still he would still translate without understanding.
What do you mean by inserting the system in the man's head?
I mean memorizing the book and walking out of the room.
Yet, maybe there exists a being or an entity that exists while the system is running, that is aware, and we cannot see or be aware of.
I think that the running program just uses syntax to perform the task. The running program is just some syntax being processed, and I do not think that this can generate a being that understands.
Why do not you say the same regarding humans? Are not we just some syntax too, but in a form of genes?
No, we are not. We are more. We have a soul and a mind. And also, we can measure this to some level. I mean, that we understand, but yet, how can we measure the understanding of a being that exists momentarily or in another dimension? I believe that we cannot do the same, cannot do that, so the argument could not be refuted or proven.
Okay, I think that up till now, machines do not understand, but what if we added to them some features, sensors I mean, that enables them to get closer to our physical properties, such as eye sensors, touch sensors, and others. And eventually we can increase the complexity of the machines and make them learn on their own.
Okay, if this was done, we can just say that we increased the number of lines of the code and increased the capacity of the machine to form and read these codes. So it still behaves without understanding.
So what makes us different?
What makes us different is our origin and complexity, our soul and mind.
Up to now, we do not understand the soul and mind. We are not even sure that they exist at all.
And what if we increase the complexity of the system to be more complex than our system, or nearly equal? So then, can we say that a machine understands? I do not think. It is just about complexity. I believe that there is more.
So how you could conclude that that other humans understand?
Okay, I conclude that from their actions and behaviors, but we cannot do the same with machines because they are different.
I think that we as humans are biased with this issue. We tend to think that we are better and machines will never be equal to us or superior, so the criteria we apply on determining whether a human understood or understands or not do not apply it on machines, and I believe that we can never know if machines can be equal to us or not, unless if we know the essence of a human being, what makes a human himself.
You are true, which means we have a lot to think and discuss.
to be able at least to get a little closer to the solution of the answer to this big question.